Off and rolling here on an Overreaction Monday. Our guy Sam Herder normally joins us here. He will be with us tomorrow to give us the lowdown as we're into the final week of the FCS season. Selection Sunday is a week from yesterday. We'll get the field of 24. We'll talk all about that with Sam coming up tomorrow on the show. We extend our best of the weekend for our next guest because I'm sure the last couple of days have been pretty darn good. For the second year in a row, North Dakota 9-man football is owned by new Rockford-Sheyenne Maddock. The Rockets, for the second year in a row, beat Lemoore Litchfield Marion for the championship on Friday morning. Their head coach, Elliott Belquist, joins us here to start off our week with a big smile. I got to say, though, does it feel almost bittersweet beating a fellow Bison in Andy Delabar? I know you guys are good friends. Describe that emotion after the game.
I mean, we've had some big games the last 3 years. You know, just semi or quarters one year and championship 2 years in a row. And I wish it'd be someone different. You know, I don't like to do it to him all the time, but it's just just fun when you put it together. You know.
All right, the hot talk after the game was that you guys might have been better this year than last year. You're the only one who can answer that question. So let me ask you, what's the deal?
Yeah, I mean, we've had a few people ask us that. You know, I don't know. You think back, you try to compare the two. You know, I think maybe last year we were physically stronger, better at some things. You know, better at stopping the run. I think this year we were maybe a little more athletic across the board, better at stopping the pass. Maybe, I don't know, and not quite as good on the run. But like I said all along, I'll take both teams. Both teams were special in their own way, and both teams were dynamic offensively and scored a lot of points and had very good defenses.
Give me the sense on this team. When did you know, we're good, we might be state championship worthy good? Was it early? Was it practice, fall camp? When did you get a sense that you had a team that could do some serious damage?
We knew early on that we had some athletes and some guys that could fill those. You know, we lost 10 seniors. We 6 starters on offense and 7 starters on defense, but we knew the backups were solid. And we went to Valley City this summer for team camp, and we got done with that, and we looked at each other. We're like, yeah, we can play. We're going to be just fine. We're going to score some points again. Our biggest question was the defense. You know, we had to replace some very strong kids in the middle of that defense, and so that was a question mark. And then, you know, we got to North Prairie week 4, played that 4 or 5. We played that game up in the rain up there, and we gave up. You know, it was a tight game, and we had to fight a lot harder than we have for a long time. And the defense gave up some things that uncharacteristic for them, you know, and we looked at each other like, ooh, I don't know if we have what it takes here defensively, but some changes were made on the defensive side, some guys to the new positions, and they figured it out, and the defense did a solid job, you know, after that game.
That's just good coaching, right? Making adjustments.
Well, I don't know. Kids stepped up. Kids, you know, a lot of those kids weren't comfortable.
Yeah.
Didn't have a lot of reps under their belt from varsity reps, and now they're finally getting comfortable. And now you see what they exploited some things on us that you could get back and work some technique wise with. But
how long have you been waiting on an onside kick? Tell me about that. Was that something that you had been waiting for a while, or is everything set up perfectly for you to do it in the game Friday?
Well, we actually worked a few more onside kicks this year than we have in the past. I typically don't like to do that, but and 9-man football is tough. If you have a good player back there, fast players back there, they can really exploit you, and it's hard you take 4 guys off from 11-man game. That opens up a lot of lanes, and we saw that the week before in Hankinson with Earl. He got us on 2 of them. And we weren't trying to kick it to them, but, you know, dealing with high school kids, the ball does goofy things at times. But, we kicked it to them. And then we just went into this week, and we're like, we're not kicking it to Gunner or Colby. We're not doing it. So we're gonna give up those 15, 20 yards, and we're going to, you know, have a chance to maybe get the ball. But Jackson Schumacher we practiced about 15 minutes every day leading up to that, and then we got it on the turf the day before, and the ball was taking some nice hops off of there, and like, let's go, we're going with it, let's go, let's try to get one here, and
But
they executed it perfectly.
that was my next question. But to execute, it's another thing, Al. When it goes, I mean, what the sideline have you going crazy when it works?
Oh, it just momentum change, or it just, yeah. I mean, it took a perfect bounce. I bounced off some kid there, and it Easton Benz hustled down that sideline and got it before it went out of bounds. But yeah, those momentum swings are huge in a game. And then I think it was 8-0 game at that point, and we're able to pop another one in to go 14-0.
And then you get up by 20. Just I can't imagine your guys were nervous anyway for some that had played in that building before. But did you get a sense of that before the game with the pressure, knowing, hey, everyone's expecting you to win. You're the defending champs to be back in this game?
No, I don't think this crew, they weren't nervous. And I don't think I think they were pretty level-headed. I think we all understood that this game could go either way. I mean, you watch what Gunner's done on tape and what Lamore's done on tape. This game is 50-50. And that's what we looked at it coming in, how we preached it to the kids is, we got to execute. You got to execute. I mean, they are just capable of beating us as we are to them. It's going to take, taking care of the ball. Those odd bounces that you get here, that could be the difference in the game. So our kids came in with the right mindset. I think everyone was a little shell shocked with 0-0 first half or first quarter there. I think everyone thought, the scoreboard was going to light up, and yeah, I did too. We take that shot and play 2 of the game, and we get that nice backside post, and we can't capitalize on that. And then from there, it was just, we knew Lamore was going to come in and use some clock too. So their next drive, I think they chewed off 6-7 minutes there. We were able to get a stop there, and it was just back and forth, kind of the chess match. And they did a nice job changing up their defenses on us and gave us, I really had to. We're trying to check out of some things once we figured out what they're doing, but it was so loud in there we couldn't do it like we normally have. So it made it tough on us. We had to work for it.
Well, I'm doing my show during your game, and I'm looking over my shoulder. I'm like, wait a minute, this game is scoreless at the end of the first quarter. The game's still scoreless midway through the second quarter. Like, what's going on? Did it play out like you thought, or was that even a surprise for you and your staff?
No, I thought both teams were going to score. I didn't know if we could and stop Gunner. And we had the mindset, hey, we might give up some on it. We might give up some points. Let's not get rattled. Okay, let's if we do give up some, we got to have the mindset, hey, we got to score. We got to score quick, and we got to score often, and we're going to try to score as many times as we can, light up that scoreboard, and give our defense a little breathing room to give up those yards. But Reed Weisenberger, our defensive coordinator, he puts together unbelievable plans each week, and he had these guys dialed in on defense. And when I watched them Thursday in the turf field, their practice field, they were making their checks, they were lining up formations, and I knew right then they were locked in. It just comes down to tackling now.
Let me ask you, this might seem completely crazy to ask, but does this one feel sweeter than last year? Everyone expects you to win this year. To go back and do it back to back, is there a certain level of more satisfaction on this Monday as opposed to last year on this Monday?
Last year felt pretty good because the way the year before ended. We had that tough loss in the semi to South Border.
Yeah.
And that one stung. We thought we were pretty good that year too. That one stung. But we knew last year we had a lot coming back, and we were going to be pretty good. So, just doing it last year felt pretty darn good. This year, it's like, you never think you're going to get there again. And to do it with some new guys in there, a lot of new faces in there, seeing some young kids step up. We're not nearly as deep as we have been. That was pretty special. It's a little different feeling. You don't get quite as excited and jump around maybe like you did last year, but it's just like a relief. You did it again. Happy for those kids to have that opportunity to raise that trophy up again.
I know the emotion was high, Al, with Tucker Falls jersey there. Can you describe what this is meant to do this and then to have his jersey there for this run and what that meant to you and your team?
Yeah, it just meant a lot that we could find a way to bring some light to it, I guess. It just there was a tough couple of weeks in our program there. It was very emotional. It was we had to take a day off of practice to go to a funeral, and the conversation of when it happened with the kids was something that I've never been in the situation, and it was all new stuff, all new territory. Hope to heck I'm never in it again. And you just feel so bad for their family and what they're all going through. But there's a way for us to bring some light to it and remember him and play for him. And, just one of the hardest stories I heard was my wife told me it was his sister won a championship last year with Benson County in girls basketball. And that was something that he talked to his sister a lot playing football this year, was he wanted to win a championship to get the ring like she had. Wow. So that one hit me a little bit, so we're definitely gonna have a ring ordered up for Tucker, and he'll be having one sitting there next to hers.
I know you were visiting after the game with our Riley Swenson about how the ball had bounced your way a few times, maybe even on that onside kick. Hard to think that may not have had something to do with it, huh?
Oh, that first game back, you played Northwood, and I don't. The score blew up the way it did, but man, we had so many things go our way in that game. We had like 3 onside kicks that 2 of them weren't planned, that bounced off guys and flew right to our guys. We took 2 bombs to the guys that just fell in a perfect place. I mean, it was just 52-point first quarter, and just like everything went our way. And that one was hard not to believe that he played a part in that one for sure.
All right, so now you have your feet up here today. I know you got multiple jobs, but can you enjoy this, or is it right back to the grind as AD?
Yeah, some AD work today, but now we gotta go back to lace them up for girls basketball season. I'm the head coach for our girls team, so I had 2 days off. I got to spend one day in the deer stand and putting trail cameras up to see if I can do a little bit of hunting. And I watched the Vikings yesterday, but no, I have some girls that want to work hard and want to get after it and put in a good off season. And I get a chance to be back with my daughter now. And during the football season, you don't get to see your families maybe much as you think. And so I get this time to coach my daughter now. I know she probably doesn't like that too often, but yell at her more than she's used to now. But no, it's good. It's a good chance I get with track and girls basketball here. I spend the rest of the year working a lot with the girls, so it's kind of fun. We got a good relationship with each other with all the girls on our team, and we get them to work hard, and really excited to get back with them here.
It's great to see you, bud. Thanks so much for the time this morning. Congratulations. Enjoy it for a little bit, all right? And we'll chat down the road, okay?
All right. Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
There he goes. Elliott Belquist, head coach of the 2-time defending state champs at New Rockford-Sheyenne Maddock, with their victory on Friday over Lemoore Litchfield Marion. Again, really emotional deal with and if you missed Matt Henson's story, you can check it out. Really well done at Inforum.com on they're celebrating and honoring Tucker Fall with their victory on Friday. All right, we're over for a break. We're caught up here, wrap up our first hour. Kolpak coming up in our second hour with his 3 stars from the Bison game and much more on an Overreaction Monday. We're back on Hot Mic right after this.